Hello everyone. I would like to start off by sending a big congratulations to all the photographers on this exhibition. It's definitely something to be very, very proud of. I'm going to try and be as brief as possible. I want to share how I started as a photographer, as well as share a few words with you. So I started my photography journey at the ripe age of 10 when my father shared his love of photography with me, which led me to where I am today. The things that I want to share with you is no matter how much experience I have, I'm always learning. And the thing about photography, it is a social thing. It has always been a social thing. It's about connecting with people. Don't distract yourself with Instagram, AI, all these new technologies that are coming in. Remember that photography is something to be enjoyed and something that everyone loves. And years ago I was told that all I do is click a button. Well, technically correct, but at the click of your button you can change someone's entire day. For example, yesterday I was walking home from a shoot and I saw this gentleman and I asked him, can I take his photo? I just said, just do what you're doing, don't mind me. And we had a nice chat afterwards, and I shared the pictures with him today, and he is very happy with those. So remember, capture the moment, love what you do, whether you do this professionally or whether you are going to do it just as a hobby. It's art, and I find joy within art. So I hope and pray that all of you continue this journey. And like I say, it doesn't have to be professionally. It can be just as a hobby, just as something, as an escape for yourself. And speaking about technology, even with myself shooting digital at every job, I will never talk digital down, as it has allowed me to make my living. I'll always return to film because it is one thing that allows me to stop, slow down, and be more intentional in my shots. So the words of wisdom that I have today is just keep capturing those moments and love what you do. And again, one more time, a big congratulations to all of you.
I'm better speaking on a piece of paper than speaking in a camera.
Isabella, wow, that's a great name. My mentor's name was Isabella Thompson. Well, I started this Khanya project because I felt it is just something that I had to do. I love photography, I love camera technology. I'm not fond of modern technology, particularly the cell phone, what they call photography system. I like old stuff, these old analog cameras, point and shoot. As a photographer myself, I don't consider myself to be a brilliant photographer. I'm a happy snapper, and I often think about these little analog point and shoot cameras. I think these things in particular captured South African history in a manner that no professional photographer really could.
I like to get people to think about things in a way that they haven't thought about things before. And with the Khanya children, it has been my very great pleasure to watch how they have changed and how they think about things and how they ask questions and how they make connections between things that they haven't before.
Well, so far I've learned how to properly take pictures. I was also able to understand how lighting works, how shadowing works, and at what you should look for whenever you take a picture. I also learned how to journalism. I now know how to do that properly and how to summarize my notes in order for me to understand and to remember.
How to speak to people and how to, and also how to write properly, I think.
How do you approach teaching students about angles and composition?
I don't. Because it's up to you really. I try and teach whoever I'm teaching that you've got to fit your subject in the frame. So it's about what do you want in, what do you want out.
I'm done.
Immediately, you are done. Now that you see the gimbal.
No, but like I actually am done.
I've learned to communicate and interact with people, and to write in a different way, and to learn more stuff about the community.
Hi, and what's your name?
Joaquin.
Who's the most annoying person here?
Your other half. Your other half. Your roommate.
You know, when I came up the street, there was a guy, Kyle, the guy we met on the first day. He actually spoke to me and he greeted me with him and his friends there. So I have met a few more people since we started.
This is closing time now. So, okay.
How do you feel about us going around taking pictures?
No, that's a good thing. That's a very, very good thing. A very good thing. I mean, it exposes us, it exposes us to the general public, isn't it?
Yes.
Isn't it what you do?
Yes.
Look, I'm not a very talkative guy, but we appreciate what you're doing.
I've learned how to speak to people, and I've learned how to think in different ways that most people my age would probably not think. Like, use the 5 W's and H method to get an answer for each of those questions.
I have seen and I've noticed a definite change in the communities that we walk through because of the children. I'm not from Buffalo Flats. I did not grow up there. I have had friends there, my partner's from there, but so I'm familiar with the area, but I'm not part of that community.
I don't know where it was, but when somewhere there where I took a photo of the guy that was a soccer player, and then there was a guy that was drunk there, and it was very funny and a bit scary, but yeah, that one was fun.
That's that one day when you brought these 2 other guys, these 2 little small boys in, and you were like watching stories with them, like these black and white, no talking videos. And me, Miss Thava, Ulixine, and my sister and my brother was in the office, and we were like laughing and everything.
I love physical prints, the idea of physical prints, physically being able to hold your photograph. These are just proof prints, very good quality, but they still proof prints, relatively cheap. You can't capture something like this without physically walking the streets, going to the people, speaking to them, having a chat with them, treating them with dignity, capturing the image.
I mostly enjoy speaking to my teammates and walking around, asking questions, seeing new people, meeting them. And one of my most favorite things is, even if 2 weeks or 3 weeks goes by, oh, I remember you. That's one of the things I like.
Is that in the community?
Yes, in the community. What is the main reason why you started photography classes?
I wanted to do it.
Why did
I love photography. And I think photography is becoming a crime. Because if you walk with me in Buffalo Street is alive with possibilities for photography. There's such a mixture of cultures and people there. But if you and I walk there with cameras and we want to photograph people, they're going to fight with us. There's quite a few people here in the township also that said, no, we can't take photos of, you know. And I'm concerned about that.
Initially, when we started walking through Fynbos and Ghost Town, and I said to Mr. Fredericks, be careful. We are with small children. You can't just go anywhere. But in actual fact, we do just go anywhere.
Well, two memories come to mind, which is the interview that we did just today with Granny Rosie. She was singing and dancing because she was 74 and she looked like late 50s. She aged very well. And the second memory would be with Uncle Chris and his friends. We had good conversations to the point where we even got invited to Uncle Chris's mother's 75th birthday.
In essence, what I've been hoping to achieve with these kids and with these photography classes is that we can return to traditional photography. And by traditional, I mean actually printing photographs, printing the images, putting them up so that people can see it. We've seen a disappearance from homes, we've seen a disappearance from galleries and everywhere, the disappearance of pictures on the wall, photographs on the wall. Photo albums have disappeared, that entire industry has disappeared. I remember how I used to have meetings with clients about the color of the album and so on. That no longer happens. Everything is on the cell phone.
I enjoy mostly to be out in the area, learning like little things more about the community, and I enjoy going up to people and listening to what their stories are and how they have lived so far and what they're doing.
My favorite is my first picture, which is about Uncle Gavin Sylvester. His story spoke out to me the most, and you could say due to that first picture, I finally understood why photography was seen as in, wow, photography is good, photography is nice. I finally understood why.
I don't know if the children actually really enjoy film photography. I've done it because I think it teaches patience and consideration, because you can't just run around shooting pics.
When I took the picture, I couldn't see how it looked, and when I did see how it looked, I felt like like an actual journalist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is your favorite one?
I want to say the one with the guy by the landfill, holding the rake. That's my favorite one.
It's inspiring, truly awe-inspiring, actually, to see how quickly they come to terms with this information. And some of it, I'll admit, is aimed at tertiary level students. The content I prepare my classes with them, and they're constantly teaching me new things, these kids, because obviously they're smaller and they have a different way of understanding things. But once they absorb that basic information, they're just ready. It's like they're primed for more. And I'm not, I don't feel uncomfortable teaching them high level things.
It's a battle. It is a battle.
Uncle Mark, who's the videographer?
The best in the world? Or are we just talking generally now?
Generally.
Generally, that would be me.
But if you're being interviewed?
If I'm being interviewed, it would be anybody that I trained appropriately to do the job.
So who would it be?
Today,
Yes.
I haven't trained any of you.
How can we ever love like that, you know?
With the way the economy is so bad.
Yeah, it's so bad. And we're struggling more than anything because even if we get a little pension.
With photography, I was able to organize my mind.
Do you enjoy photography?
Very much so. I actually look forward to it every Saturday.
Uncle Mark and I have a very similar outlook on how to teach, in that we don't really think that teaching should be boring. Teaching should be interesting, and teaching shouldn't just be about getting you to learn something. Teaching should be teaching you the skills on how to do something, but also teaching you how to think about what it is that you are doing.
But I think I've learned not to be so shy when interacting with other people. It's also nice to be with a whole photography group, to be with everyone, and just to go out and learn about and taking pictures. Yeah. Just being around with all of you guys, going out and socializing.
Socializing, yeah.
That we get to go out and walk and talk to people, and then probably the next day, or some people when we go somewhere, then I see the people, that thing, and then sometimes the people says hello or something.
So they
Yeah.
recognize you.
And and how we talk amongst ourselves. Yeah.
I mostly enjoy the interactions we have with people, and partially the writing aspect of it, because I've learned how to better interpret situations and to put it down on paper.
Do you think it's helped you in other areas?
Yes, mostly my English, and yeah.
I feel happy about the pictures, even though they're a little. I feel happy about the pictures I took.
Which one is your favorite?
I think it's the one with the car, and also the one with the people constructing outside.
The building?
Yes, with a truck.
Now I still feel like I can't speak to people, I'm still a little bit shy, but not as much as I was when we started.
What's your surname?
Dupree.
Dupree, are you the chef?
Yes.
Twins?
Yes.
No, not Luton.
Eugene.
Lena.
I must say about the parents, I don't know why or how it came about that you felt you could trust me and Mr. Fredericks with your precious children. But I am so grateful. Oh, sorry. I'm so grateful that the parents lent us their children, because truly it's been a rough few years.
We need to reclaim our love for physically engaging with our culture. The failures in our society is because physically we have decided that we want to be physically distant from each other. They talk about social media communities, and those social communities have got what they call safe spaces. They talk about those safe spaces. They even talk about safe spaces within universities. Now that is a euphemism for thought control. When they talk about safe spaces, they actually talk about you're safe from ideas. Now the minute you start going down that pathway, your culture is finished.
I enjoy that we could walk around with each other and to get off of the internet and our devices, and to hang out with each other in a fun way.
Another thing I've been hoping to achieve with this program is cohesion, because we sit in our homes watching Netflix and YouTube videos and Instagram reels, and we're not out in the streets meeting people. We are not socializing. The country is in turmoil. We are seeing terrible stories of trusted people in the community being complicit in the most heinous crimes. And not that these things have never happened before, but we need to get to a space where community starts to see each other and appreciate each other. It doesn't matter your social or economic status, but a camera, when you put it up to your eye and you take a photograph of somebody, you are actually saying, I see you. You see them, you're making a considered choice to photograph them. So I'm hoping that I'm introducing the youngsters to a form of social empathy through visualization and photography. And I hope that people enjoy the exhibit and the exhibition. And I hope that this is not the last time we do this. It is my dream to take not only these children, but other children around the city and introduce them to other communities. As obviously, I can only go as far as my pockets allow, but it's not something that I will stop irrespective of cost.